Hello everyone, my name is Cindy, and today I'm going to talk to you about HIPAA and specifically how to find information about HIPAA. So if you've been on social media or following the news lately, you may have noticed that HIPAA is getting talked about an awful lot. For example, if we just look at this quick Google News tab, we can see that over the last few weeks there have been a ton of articles about HIPAA. But you may not know what HIPAA is or how to find out what HIPAA is. So I am going to help show you my process in learning more information specifically about HIPAA. So first off, you might decide that you want to search your local library's catalog about information about HIPAA. Now, unfortunately, we don't have any books about HIPAA. That's not uncommon for public libraries. You're more likely to find physical articles about laws, policies, codes, and ordinances if you go to a special academic library or a government document library. However, there are still ways that we as your public library can help you find information about these things. For example, we can show you how to do a simple Google search. You can either type in HIPAA or what is HIPAA. And as you see, typing in HIPAA versus what is HIPAA does get you kind of different search results. A lot of it is the same, but it's just in a different order. Now, when people are looking up something for the first time, something that they don't know too terribly much about, I like to encourage them to go to the Wikipedia article. Now, Wikipedia is not the place you want to stop because Wikipedia articles can be edited and they can sometimes even have erroneous or facetious information about them that isn't helpful. But you can usually go to Wikipedia to learn basic information, especially if you don't know too much about the subject. For example, we can see that HIPAA stands for Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. We can see that it was also called the Kennedy Case Bomb Act, and we can see that it was signed into law August 21st, 1996. You can also, if you look here under citations on the right-hand side, you can see that there is in fact a PDF of the law. And if you open that up, you can actually read the full text of the law. So if you want to know what's in HIPAA, there you go, right there. And then of course, the rest of the Wikipedia article is going to give you that basic overview that we've come to expect from Wikipedia articles. And it's just kind of nice because usually Wikipedia articles are written in a way to allow anyone to really understand the topic. One thing that you'll also find in Wikipedia articles is just places you can go to get that more authoritative information. So if you read the Wikipedia article, you would learn that HIPAA involves health insurance and healthcare entities, and it is also administered by, let me make sure I get it correct, by the HSS, otherwise known as the Health and Human Services, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. You'll also find that the CDC is a good place to learn information about HIPAA. So if you go to the CDC's area about HIPAA, it lets you know about the privacy rule, which is the specific standard that addresses the use of your health information. It tells you about the covered entities that are affected by HIPAA. It tells you what is permitted, and it gives you a lot more information. It's a nice, quick overview of HIPAA. And if you want a truly exhaustive source for information about HIPAA, you're going to want to go to the department that is responsible for claims and updates and things like that, which is the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, otherwise hhs.gov. And you can find just a ton of information here. One thing that I absolutely recommend that you look under is your rights under HIPAA, because if you're concerned, what is HIPAA protecting, what is it not protecting, you want to look at your rights under HIPAA. And you want to spend a little bit of time going over this information. You might also want to look at the facts, the FAQ, to kind of get an overview about things that you might want to know. HIPAA for individuals gives you access to information about HIPAA in other languages. And then filing for a complaint is if you do think that your privacy rights for your PHI have been violated, you can in fact file a complaint. So if you think that your healthcare insurer or your doctor is just giving out your healthcare information willy-nilly, or you're concerned that based on your research it feels like HIPAA has been violated, you can in fact make a complaint. So let's bring back one more thing. So another thing to be aware of is that since HIPAA relates specifically to your healthcare provider, your health insurance, things like that, if you're wondering what your healthcare provider's HIPAA policy is, you can always look that up. So for example, let's look up Little Clinic HIPAA. Little Clinic, as you might know, is the clinic inside of Kroger's. And so you can find information about the company's notice of privacy policies. So this is essentially them following through HIPAA, making sure that they are protecting your healthcare information. If this process of looking up a healthcare company's HIPAA policy or privacy policy is just really as easy as just a quick Google search. So for example, if you're in Lexington and you use the Lexington Clinic, you can look up the HIPAA policy under patient information. And you can get more information about your rights. So I do encourage, if you want to make sure that your healthcare provider is complying with HIPAA, you do those Google searches and you look up information. So I hope you found this helpful in learning how to find information specifically about HIPAA. Once again, please remember that as a librarian, I can't give you any legal or medical advice, but I do hope that you still found this helpful in engaging in your own research journey. And if you have any questions on how to research or anything you might find confusing, please feel free to contact us and we'd be happy to help. We want to make sure that you guys are informed and can make your own choices. So I hope that you have a great day. Bye!